Got a Born to Roam 2 kilowatt diesel heater. So we're going to see what's in the box. I've only just opened the top of it. Hopefully find a spot for this today. That's a tank. 5 litre tank. And a cover that we're hopefully going to be strapping onto the side here. See what else. Tank cap. Bunches of screws. Wiring loom. Instruction book. Oh yeah. It's well packaged. Oh yeah. Now, we've never installed one of these before.
That's it.
That's the actual heater.
Oh, so that goes inside the caravan.
Yep. Oh, it feels alright. Warm out, cold in.
Simple.
Air in, exhaust out.
Don't invert them.
Well, that's only combustion air in, I think. It's not actually going into the van. And a box for accessories. I'm guessing the ducting and everything's in this one. Lots of little bits and pieces. Loom cover. Cable ties. Fuel filter, fuel line. Pump and pump bracket. Looks like a big rubber. The whole thing's rubber. Everyone says they had the noisy bit. Control panel and remote control. I'm guessing that's the exhaust. I think that's the size of the hole in the floor we need. I think most people buy the gutter mount downpipe bracket.
Oh, alright.
This one's supplied with it. 5 spare wood screws.
At least it's labelled.
Clamps, mount plate and accessories, so that bolts the plate down, does it? Cable clamps. Oh yeah. It is well labelled. 2 vent exhaust cold air. So yeah, just got your hose clamps for your ducting. We got another filter. Oh, that's an air filter.
Well, that's good.
So it won't take the dust in. That is cool. I don't know what the others have got, but
Probably
never
will
seen
have
another
no
one
idea.
before. What else have we got in here? Muffler. Ducting and some vents. Oh, that's pretty tricky. The exhaust is inside the.
Oh.
So you straighten it out and yeah, take the 2 pieces out. Saves a bit of transport. This is the base plate. So that goes on top of that, doesn't it? So it's all separate. You've got power and pump right there. Well, that's all that's in the box. Let's go have a look at where we're going to put it.
Sounds good.
So while John is just mucking around getting himself organised, just wanted to let you guys know that although we're putting a diesel heater in, the heater in the caravan worked really well, like the reverse cycle. It was really cosy, but of course you need power to plug that in. So if you're someone who only ever goes to caravan parks, that might just solve the problem, but most of the time we're not in a caravan park, so saves us being chilly.
And look at this. It is a rare thing to see. That is an instruction manual. He's a man and he's reading it.
We've got to drill a hole in the floor. We want to make sure we do it in the right spot. We only get one go, and that's where it is.
So if it's in the wrong spot, this might be a really interesting video.
So John's just gone in to see if he's got a hole saw big enough. If he doesn't, we'll have to do a trip to Bunnings. And he just said something then about how this thing here, oops, this thing here covers that or something, so then it doesn't melt the floor. Oops, not in the shot, something like that, so it doesn't melt the floor. I don't know.
I'm here to be a camera holder and moral support. That is my input for today, but I'm sure he'll explain to you guys how it all works after.
The book's really good. It's got like coloured pictures and stuff in it, so you can follow it along.
Yeah, we just don't have a 105mm hole saw, so we're going to have to go to Bunnings.
That's okay. So that piece there, that is on the floor, is on the inside of the caravan. Is that the way it works?
That's on the bottom of this. And then that's already in the floor, and then you silicone the two pieces together and screw it down. Then you've got separate holes for the wiring loom.
Okay. I don't really understand it, so I guess I'll get it as you continue to do it.
John had to zip to Bunnings, so I decided that I'm going to make myself very comfortable out here, and Mia's going to hang out with me too.
Isn't that right, huh? We're going to chill out here, aren't we?
So what did you get, John?
Silicone.
And
A receipt.
an
entire hole saw set.
Yeah. What did you go to buy?
A hole saw.
One.
No.
Alright, the truth behind it is John's old hole saw set has needed to be replaced since the dawn of time, and I've been nagging at him forever to get one, so finally he has one. But still, never send a man to Bunnings alone.
These are cool.
That looks a bit fancier than the other one.
That's it. They get stuck on there. I've only had the other one 20 years.
And how many door handles you put on with it?
Thousands. Alright. Stage 2. So, this is the area that we want to try and get ideally over to that edge. I don't know how I'll go though. It's very tight for room. And that's the back of the kitchen there. So we'll see if I can get it to fit. So I've decided to try a new spot, hopefully. Under here, I think I've got just enough room underneath the van between the water tank and the wheel arch. And I'm probably going to saw out that little bit there and direct the duct around.
Come out here.
Come out there. In theory.
We looked at putting it in there, didn't we? But it won't fit.
No. No, there's the fire extinguishers
That's
in
in this
there.
little bit here.
The rest of the wheel arch, and then the width of the cabinet's not long enough either. So I think we can put it on an angle like that. Get enough room in there. And then hopefully the loom's long enough to reach. And hopefully we can feed the control panel up next to that one. There's a duct in the back of this cupboard.
Keyword, hopefully.
Hopefully. Made a hole in the floor. We're committed.
Can you see the hole?
So
Yeah.
that's what we're hoping for.
Tiny little dot.
But this plate's also got to fit. does pretty easy. Okay, it's about time for the hole saw, the dreaded hole saw. Let's hope we don't silicone the hole cut out back in because we put it in the wrong spot. Let's take a heater.
As I said before, this could end up being a really interesting video.
Gives me about there. It can go through there. We'll hole saw through there so we can slide the duct through and then finish it out here.
What does everybody reckon? Once John's done this, because my contribution has been like passing in 2 things, I reckon I deserve a trip to the snow with the diesel heater.
Snow?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Alright, let's see if we can drill a hole in the top of the water tank.
Oh yeah, listen to that. He's just selective hearing. Guys are good at that.
Well, you should. Uh-oh. Thinking I might actually
He's hesitating. He's still in favour.
grab the drill bit set, Sam.
Yep.
Might just put the same bit through first.
It would be so much easier if we pulled it out and popped it up, wouldn't it?
Probably not. Because then you'd be laying in dirt when you're outside.
That's true. I don't think of that. I just think of my little comfort.
Oh, what's that? It's been good.
Hmm?
It's been driving a tractor all day. Quite pleased with my day.
Farmer Sam. He's
Yeah.
also a pilot.
A musician, don't leave that out.
No, I'm a musician, yes.
No, I'm selling the short there, Mum. I want to put the tractor away now.
Righto.
It's a weird plastic floor. I can see through it now.
Really good to hear about thing.
You're about to see through it real good. Day one, we made a hole in the floor. Not there. Can't see you. Here we are. There's a hole in the floor.
Normally that would be a bad thing.
Well, you can just check on your springs. We might need to clean that up.
Do you have a vacuum?
Yeah, I think so.
So this is what the inside of the floor looks like. It's like a plasticky stuff. What's it made of?
It's plastic. It's composite, sort of. I
Hmm.
think it's recycled plastic.
That's why it stays nice and warm. And
So-
what was your statement about the hole saws?
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah. After 20 years they improve and your son's yelling
So
at
that
you.
sits in there like that. And we silicone that in.
Alright, see what your son wants. Kind of looks like it's meant to be there now.
So we're pretty much locked in there. It's in the exact.
It's a bit of a bugger if you want it 20 mil left.
Yeah, it is. Just a lot of a bugger. It's a pretty neat fit. I'm pretty happy with it. Probably should use something. Comes with free Rottweiler here.
Yes, it does.
Okay, might just run a bit of a slip bead. If I could. Smells nice. Okay. It's all sealed. Okay. I need to eat 2 ice creams. So, we're done in here for a fair while because we're going to go and put it all together out there.
Excellent.
Let's have a look at this wiring harness. That's from the main to the battery, so we can unplug that, get rid of a couple of little overhangs. That way, like that. So I think it can be done after, because this instruction book's got a different plate. They changed it, I think. You drill later, because this is detachable, so you can feed it through that hole. This is just the main power wire.
Or you're just cleaning up. You're cleaning your hole.
No, I'm sealing my hole.
Turning celibate or something, are you?
That's my good shirt.
Unless you're into women's clothing, it was mine.
Yeah, thought I had you. So I believe we can bolt this plate to the bottom. I think the instructions need updating, because our plate has clamps, mount, plate, accessories. Probably about it. Ten millimeter. Look at that. Pretty good. Got spring washers on them. This is your fuel line. Mini clamp to secure it. So that slides up inside. That has a clamp on it. That's what they're saying. Like so. So that's on there, and then do a clamp up in a fashion. Do it that way, I can get access to it from there. Like so. So at least 20 mil up. About there. Get that much in there, pretty good. So don't forget to put one of these on before you put the hose in. And this pushes in. Probably work if we warmed it up too. We've got it to our our line,
Excellent.
and we'll tighten this up.
Off to a wild 18th tonight, aren't you?
Me. I've got to go start. See, look what I changed, Dad.
You changed your shoes.
I changed my shoes.
7mm. It's a bit fiddly, actually, holding this. Clamping. I don't think it's going to come out of there.
Gotta say the magic words.
It's not going anywhere.
Well done.
That side. Cold air intake. It's inside that. Come out. There it is. Oh, there's a joiner. There's other bits in there. Oh, that's the tailpipe. Sports exhaust. Cold air. It is fairly well labelled. Don't forget to take that off.
That's something I'd do. So far, it looks like you're making some weird science project at school that involves, like, antlers or something.
That's it. Same deal. Take the red cap off for the exhaust side. Slip that on there somehow. Like that. See if we can get that go on there.
Seems like a fairly neat fit, which is good.
Yeah, well, it is an exhaust. You probably don't want it leaking.
Yeah, but I don't know what the other brands have been like.
Okay.
The cheaper ones, you'd assume they'd all be good, but I don't know.
I think there's the muffler quality too that's dropped with the cheaper ones.
Yeah.
That one's meant to be baffled.
How much was this one?
Everything, tank and all, I think was $9.60.
Something like that, but you can get some off eBay for like $150 or something, can't you?
Oh yeah, they're cheap, but
Quality drops.
yeah, well, supposedly. We don't know. Okay. It's a watering can.
It looks like something a prep makes.
So you kind of got to,
Straighten them out
yeah, so you can get them through, but at the same time we're going to have to curl them around.
once they're through.
The silicone hasn't really set.
Do you want to just leave it for tonight then?
Well, I can't mount it because I've got to drill the hole in the side cabinet for the duct first, otherwise I'll never get a drill in there.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to silicone it in.
It's just that it's 20 past 4, it's going to be dark in the next hour, and silicon's
Yeah,
not dry.
and that silicone can dry.
You just got to put something over it so nothing can climb in there overnight.
Yeah, like the piece hole sawed out.
Ingenious.
Alright, well, pretty productive day. I didn't do much with Beachy later, but John got a lot done. So, yeah, back to it tomorrow.
Ready for day 2.
Alright, what are we up to in here?
We've drilled the 2 holes in the floor there. Because that's the new base plate designed for this loom to poke down. So that's all like that. They'll sit there like that. We're going to put the duct through this cupboard here.
Oh, yes.
I've marked a line there.
Is that...
That's where I'm about to put this hole saw through.
Oh, yes.
This stays in here, but just got everything poked through there for a second so I can try and get this out of the road. Get this in the drill. Try and get enough room.
Alright, I'll sort of sneak over your shoulder like this then.
There's a chance we could hole saw half through a plastic bracket in the bottom of there, but
So it's still a chance this can be a really interesting video.
does it fit? It fits. See firsthand if we get it in the wrong spot. It's pretty
I've
close.
had nothing to do with this measuring part.
I reckon I can go that way a fraction because it's a bigger hole saw than I was going to use. Forgot this got a flat battery on it.
That's handy.
Let's see. Through one layer.
Oh, good. Be easy with a non-flat battery.
Well, we're drilling through a bit of a screw. Battery's flat.
Flat. Well, we better go swap it over then.
So we've cut the hole saw inside of the cabinet there for the heating duct, but just to make it easier to get at, I'm going to take this fire extinguisher box out so I can reach in. So now we can see in there, looks like the Jaycos are pretty wide for a stereo anyway, even if you don't option it.
I had to pop inside for a few minutes and do a few bits and pieces, so John's trusty camerawoman wasn't here. Here we are now. He's got it mounted in there and the hole's been cut.
So,
Yeah,
grab
wrapped
this.
around my wrist.
We've mounted the pump up here, and I'm just about to do this clamp up, and we'll run through that webbing. So far we've looped it through it. I don't know if you can see, and up there. Just need the thing to do up the hose clamp. That there.
No, that's scissors. Keep going.
I can't.
Well, you're not a bendy man, is that what
No.
you're saying? Not Gumby.
Keeping the end cap on so nothing can get through while you're feeding it through.
John has decided he wants a big mattress under there for super comfort.
Apparently, that's not very comfy.
Apparently not. So, we've wired the plug onto the diesel pump and it follows back up under there, like so. We have drilled one extra hole in the floor that we didn't need to as well, so we've got to silicone that up. That one's only if you're running power from underneath the van, which we're not going to. I think we're going to wire it to the IntelliJ system. So that's it to there. We've run the fuel on, we've still got to put the conduit on it. But for now, I think we're on to mounting the tank. Yeah, so that bolts onto these holes and we'll put it straight through like that, and then we drill the rest of the holes and bolt the cover around the top. This goes over the top,
Nice.
so it goes that way.
And that was an option, wasn't it, that case thing?
Yeah. So just going to drill this and bolt the fuel tank to the side of it.
You should have glasses on.
Safety, alright? I'm professional, trained professional. so. So if you have a look inside here, these are all got to be done up.
So that's how that normally stays, is it?
Oh, you can, but we've got the cover for it, so I've got to put these bolts through with this cover,
Yep.
which you can't put on with the cap on, obviously.
Are you doing that now, or do you sort of plumb it up
We're
first?
most certainly doing that now.
Cool.
Because the pipe's hanging under here, I just got to hook those two together, and we just got to do the inlet and the exhaust. So still a fair bit to do, but we'll get most bar the electrical done today.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, it's gloss black and not matte black, but
But it matches in with the side of your van, Dad. That strip down the side it matches in with.
yeah, it looks like, and it's protected behind everything, so
But you are putting a shroud over it.
all we're gonna do is drill all them holes. And we'll be right.
That goes in the van to control it, apparently. Dad's promised me it's easy to use. Lots of thread. Keeps going.
There's 10 bolts that bolt this tank on, so I think it should fall off in a hurry.
Now, those ones that you're screwing up there, you noticed before, they're not in the middle, are they?
No,
So you got to make
they're
sure.
offset, so get it right.
Yeah, don't put it on upside down.
Ta-da! I lose the keys.
That would be a bad day. So what do you do after this?
We're going to put the fuel filter on.
Does that just go on the end of that little red tab thing? Like the black tube there with the red tab?
No, it doesn't have to. You can go underneath, anywhere before the pump.
Oh, okay. So you want somewhere out of the way, I suppose.
Yeah. So if you see from the back, it's all the bolts for the tank.
What's this bit?
The fuel filter. I was going to put it up near the tank, but it's just going to flap around and
Yeah.
tie it up as long as it's before the pump. Okay, so we've run pump, filter, and sent that line back all the way till it comes out around here and into our tank. So next up we are trying to find a spot for this air. So I think I'll probably just strap it up out of the road up there, cable tied on somewhere, be either there or somewhere up here, and then we'll get the exhaust to the back. So I've just cable tied the intake air to the front. I think you're not meant to do it to the front, but it is in front of the wheel and behind the water tank. So hopefully there's not too much dust or force feeding air coming in there. It's a bit protected. No turning back. So I've slid the ducting in. That's it there. We're going to end up bringing it out there onto this little vent. So we'll tighten that up with the clamp. Fire extinguisher all screwed back in. Duct installed. Alright. So, got it all screwed down to the floor there. All the wiring just tucked up there. And then there's actually a conduit just in that cupboard in the back of the robe. So we've brought it up and mounted the control panel there. So the rest of the wiring goes right round the back and around in the kitchen cavity, and then because it's a Crosstrak and we don't have a electric awning or a slide out, there's actually 2 circuits of 15 amp left there. They're already pre-fused, so I don't need to worry about turning it off or unplugging it, because the projector hub will just turn it off when I turn the rest off. So it was a bit of work I had to take that panel off the back there and feed a bit of yellow tongue through to put the loom through, but it ended up being a pretty neat job. And then underneath, I wasn't happy with where the exhaust was, because it was right at the door. So I ordered an extension, and we've got the muffler tucked up under here. And it goes all the way back and up under the floor. And it's been tested. It works well. I'll turn it on for you now so you can see how loud it is. Sounds like a little bit of a furnace at the back, but you can't hear the pump inside at all. And here's where the rest of the wiring went back. Just cable tied it to the top. So we'll switch it on.
Start heating.
Wait for it to power up. So it's 14 degrees in here. The only thing I didn't like is this plug's not removable on here, so you have to drill the hole big enough to feed the entire plug through. I think it'd be a better design if they could make the lead come out the back of the unit so you couldn't see the hole. So I might have to put a little grommet or something in there, but that was the minimum size hole I needed to get the plug through. So we'll let that glow plug warm up. So here's the noise out the back. You can't hear that inside at all. You can't hear the pump ticking either. One thing I did notice is this fuel gauge condensates. You can still read it, but go in. It's just not that loud at all. You can definitely sleep with that going, that's for sure. You can see the fan levels up pretty high. And I think if I do this, it'll tell you how many amps it's currently drawing. 5.7, yep. Oh, very happy with it. Took a bit of work. It's always daunting putting the hole through the floor, but yeah, we got it in the right spot. Check there's no water tank under there before you drill. But they're born to roam. Can't complain. The kit was good quality, and yeah, it works, as you can see. It's warm. Job done.
It's very warm in here.
Yeah, works well.
Looking forward to going somewhere. Maybe we just sleep under the carport.
It's tempting, isn't it?
Although we do have scones inside, which I'm looking forward to going and having some. So let's go
Yeah.
have some with a coffee. Let's
And
go.
to be honest, I'm getting a bit sick of laying all around this van and under it and over it.
So how long has it taken you all up?
Oh look, I'd allow 2 days. Here comes the next
Assistant.
member now.
Hang on, I'll shove along, Sam.
We haven't even popped it up, we're just all sitting here with it popped down.
Yeah, he's not that tall.
I know.
Warm enough?
I can't feel my hand yet. It's a bit cold on the molar.
Oh. It's not loud though, is it?
No, not at all. It's noisier outside.
It's not loud though. Like it's not.
Like, you can tell you have it on, but it's not.
If you're sitting outside, it wouldn't bother you.
No.
Every now and then I can
It's like a
just
fan.
hear that pump.
Outside you can hear the exhaust.
But I mean, geez, I'd have to really listen.
I reckon it kind of sounds like a fan, like just a quiet little fan going outside.
Hmm. Anyway, we're all warm and comfy.